we're going to move along to the exercise portion. I want to see how strong your lower body is. So we're going to do some squats. And that also kind of actually doubles as a core test as well. And you'll see why. Upper body endurance, meaning push-ups. We can definitely do modified push-ups if needed. Sit-ups, like old school, whatever, sit-ups. If I'm here with you in person, I hold your feet or I stand on your feet and see how many you can do in a minute. But you can put your feet underneath a couch or something that's going to hold your feet. And then we're going to do a plank to test your core strength. And we're just going to kind of see what shape you're in. If you would please send me a video of you doing all this, that would be great. And then you can also, in the assessment portion, you can enter your number of push-ups, squats, things like that. If you do belong to a gym, I'll get with you again. You can do the 500-meter row and things like that. So I actually think that most of you belong to a gym and are planning to use a gym. So that's great. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is squats. Okay, I should have got this camera ready beforehand, and we're totally like, sorry, ignore that. In the sun. Okay. Okay. These are suitcases. I was just out of town. Actually, yeah. I know this isn't alive, but I'm not deleting. Okay. Really, the first thing we're going to do, I want to see your hamstring and lower back flexibility. Now, here's a really quick lesson. You're going to start with your feet hip width apart. Now, some people will do flesh width. It's not flesh width. It's not like crazy, like your hips are not this wide. It's about $1 in length. And your feet should be about $1 in length apart, right underneath these hip bones. So I just want to see a forward view. How far down you can go with straight legs. And I just want to see that level of hamstring and lower back flexibility. Okay, now to squats. Okay, another quick lesson. When we squat, you can have your toes straight ahead, or you can have your toes kind of pointed out a little bit, maybe like even a little bit less than a 45-degree angle. The most important part is that your knees track your toes. We're not doing plie squats over here. I can only do it. My hips will not allow me to have feet close together and my knees going forward. If that's you, that's great. But that's not me, and that's not a lot of other people. So feet for me, a little wider than hip width apart. Toes point out just a little bit. We're going to crisscross our arms across our chest. We're going to sit and we're going to drive up. Squat and we're going to drive up. If you see me from the side, squat and drive up. You drive up through your heels, and when you get to the top, kind of think about squeezing your glutes. Now, the reason I have these two suitcases here, and even at the gym, I find steps or a bench or something that's maybe the level of the crease in your knee or maybe a little bit lower. And when you squat, you want to kind of aim to touch that and come up. There's something that we call in the industry the butt wink. You don't want your butt to wink. We don't want your lumbar spine to curve under. Overuse injuries on the back. I know in some exercises routines, they want you to go all the way down, as far down as you can go. What happens is when I get to about here, you can see my butt starts to wink. We don't want that. So we put something there for you not to rest on and sit, but something for you to touch and come up. Touch and come up. In your video, I want you to do 5 squats, just like that. And then with your hands here, I want you to do 5 squats. And then you are a referee calling a touchdown. Straight arms, no bend in the elbow, and we don't want to go forward. We're keeping our chest up and our eyes forward. And again, where's my little thing? Okay. And this kind of also a core stability and shoulder stability test. A lot of times if you have your arms over your head, you can't maintain that good squat form because there's too much weight up here and your core might not be strong enough. Or you might be able to do 5,000 and hold a bunch of weight over your head. I just want to see where you're at. Okay, so that's a toe touch for hamstring flexibility and squats to test that lower body. Let's do some push-ups. Can we see? And put it horizontal. Darn. Okay. All right. We're back up. Thank you for bearing with me. Just trying to get my whole body, at least knees in here. Okay. So we're going to start modified. We're going to start on these. So your hands are wide enough apart that when you go down for your push-up, which you will not lay on the floor like this, that your elbows sorry, are lined up right above your wrists. Not in, not out. And as long as you go down to where your biceps are parallel to the floor, that's great. But ideally, we want to touch your nose and come up. So the idea is to do as many as you can. With good form. So we're not here. We're angling our body to where there's like a straight line from our belly button down to the floor, down and up. If you start going like this, you stop yourself. If you're like, I can do more, but you're coming up like this, you stop yourself. You just want to do as many as you can with good form. If you can do more than 15, let me know, or just go ahead and do them on your toes and let me know how many you can do on your toes. Okay, sit-ups. Pose under a chair or something. You can do as many as you can do in a minute. If you need your stopwatch or something and can't video this part, that's fine. Your fingertips are on your shoulders. You're coming up till your elbows touch your thighs and back down. You're not popping it up. You're keeping your chin tilted down the whole time, so when you come down, you want your head to be off the floor. Touch and down. Touch and down. If If you can't go the whole minute, that's okay. I just want to see how many you can do. Okay? Okay. And then I want to see how long you can hold an elbow plank. But right now, all of y'all, I want you to cap yourself at 20 seconds. And this is something that I really need to see on video. If you are familiar with elbow planks, or if you've ever taken a class, sometimes in that class, they say, all right, y'all, we're gonna hold plank like however long you can. I mean, sorry, excuse me. I can hold a plank for like ever. No, I couldn't. But I can hold it for a long time. And if I do, that's good form. Nice, flat back. I don't care if you hold it for 20 minutes. If your body's this close, you're straining your shoulders, you're putting all the weight on your shoulders. And that lower back is like, hey, this is not a good idea. That's not good form. We're going to go over things to think about and proper cues later, not in this video because it's already long. I just want to see what you do right now, just kind of the same way as squats, and we'll adjust form later. So you want to engage those abdominals, but with a flat back. I want to see how long can you hold it. Like I said, cap at 20 seconds, press stop, and then I'll look at your form and see if it was good the whole time. But you can even see I'm starting to get tired. And you see like my lower back start to arch. The longer you're in fitness and the more you know your body, you're going to feel that little like, oh, this isn't right on your lower back, and stop. And if you're in a class or something, they're like, what the heck, so-and-so? Which they probably won't be. But if they were like, what the heck? And you're like, I know my body. Like, I'm my own boss. All right. Go ahead and do all that. Measure yourself. If you don't have a tape measure, get one tomorrow. Just put your measurements in there, you know, this week for sure. Weigh yourself, whatever you can do. But definitely today, so I can make all y'all's workouts, send me this physical assessment. And I look forward to hearing from you tonight, and I'll make your all's workouts. Like I said, probably cardio tomorrow, but we're gonna get it going.